Hello ladies and menfolk, thanks for joining me again for another Starfield video where we got a ship to be looking at. So just doing a showcase and tour of my next build today. This is the build that I came up with for the Serenity in disguise as a Reaver ship, which from the movie, which concludes the series. In the movie, they welded a bunch of spiky stuff to it, which is, you know, what most of these guns, these little bits, are all supposed to be the spiky bits, and splashed it with red paint so that they could sneak through a bunch of Reavers. Tried to make it look off kilter a little bit. So this is sort of what I came up with, mainly focused on flavour, but it is a functional ship, and we'll take a tour inside in a minute. You can quite easily upgrade this to 7 crew by swapping out one of the habs, but I've tried to focus on the RP element and give the interior a bit of a flavour and feel of Firefly. So give you a quick look. This is sort of, you know, what I was going for. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have any sort of cockpit that has that sort of bit that points down drastically. But, you know, I mean, I think I got pretty close. Pretty close. I mean, it's a decent sized ship. So, anyway. Let's have a look. This is a level 29 build, by the way. So we're sitting here on the edge of the cockpit here. Let's take a quick look around on the outside. So we've got all our spiky bits. So with the main sort of body area. And a big old cannon in the front. So the Firefly, or the Serenity, which is the name of the ship. The Firefly is the make and model of the ship. But it's predominantly a cargo ship, and therefore it does not come equipped with a bunch of weapons. So that's why these weapons here are mainly just to sort of make it look all spiky, although I must admit they are sort of my favourite weapons in the game. And then they do have the one big turret mounted on the back, and I might actually put a bigger one, different turret on there maybe when I do the actual build. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. If you're wondering why I've got the yellow on the tail here, when Serenity takes off and warps off, it does get a yellow glow around that big tail warp engine. So that's why I put the yellow there. So, okay, let's pop over here. Maybe we'll take a look see if we can take a look from the roof over here. We can get over there without falling. Bit of a look from here. Take a bit of a look from the ground. So, you know, I mean, we've got limited options to try and build this. Like, we can't get the spindly little legs. But, well, I suppose I could have gone for different landing gear. But, I kind of figured these kind of make the entrance of the loading bay kind of stick out a bit. I don't know. Anyway, that was a personal choice. But, alright. So I'll take a look inside. And, of course, we have got the biggest, widest landing bay possible. It's under the front here. Come in here. I have tried to capture as much sort of essence of the Firefly as I could. Not everything was possible, but their landing bay comes straight into a big cargo area. We don't have that. Do have some sort of RP cargo here, and I just kind of imagine that this is a door that opens up into a bigger cargo area behind there. So it does take a little bit of imagination, but anyway, we'll go inside, have a look in here. Now this brings us up into workshop area, which I guess kind of continues on with the cargo area. You will find on the Serenity, you will find, all these crates and toolboxes and industrial stuff laying around in the cargo area of the Serenity. So anyway, we'll come through here. So this is the main living area. Now, the one thing that I sort of did want is for this main bulkhead to kind of open up into the little passageway that leads up to the cockpit. But, got limited choices. So anyway, this is the main living area. And once again, I was sort of struck with different choices. I would have loved to have had, just a big sort of, not have that wall there and just have a big sort of single table, where all the crew sits around and has their meal together like they do in the show, and a big old galley in the corner. Now, there is a 3x2 hab that does have two big tables in the middle and a big old galley in the corner. Could have gone with that, but I would have had to sacrifice one of the other habs to do that. So I went with this one. So we do have the pool table, and with a little bit of imagination, you can imagine that they lower down or place a big sort of tabletop on the top of that, pull up their chairs around it, and chow down around the table there. So over here, now I don't think I managed to get a bed for everybody. Once again, a little bit of imagination. Kind of imagine that these sort of have like a door that closes down and turns these into a private little bunk area. So this would probably be where Simon stays, because it's right next to the infirmary. So we come through here. We can't have the Serenity without an infirmary. Got to have somewhere for the doc to patch up everybody after they get into a bit of a scuffle. So we do have the infirmary here for Simon. If we pop down here, this is where you might find Kaylee hanging out, tinkering away, trying to keep everything shiny. So, bit of extra storage in the back here. And then when she's finished tinkering away, Kaylee would come along here and climb up this ladder. Past the main living area, keep climbing up. And as soon as she gets to the top of the ladder, straight into the shower. Drops her oily rags and stuff on the ground into the shower, and then she's got a nice sort of comfy bed that I would imagine Kaylee would be quite comfy in. And of course she does have her notes to reminder to run daily diagnostics, and of course the stress reduction procedure here for when she tries to remind Mal to order a new catalyzer and he doesn't. And she's got some more technical equipment here to help her keep everything running smoothly. So, okay, I'm going to climb down halfway. I don't want to go all the way back into the engine bay. So back in the living quarters now, we'll come back through here and up this ladder, which will bring us into a small armory, which this one, it has a brig with a door that when I first put it in, it's closed. Open it up with this computer, but I can't seem to close it again. But the idea behind this is that this would be Jane Cobb's bunk. So any fans of the show would know that the tipping point that got Jane to turn on his own crew and join the Serenity instead was the deal that he was going to get his own private bunk. And so I could just imagine him sitting there. He'd be sitting there and he'd be polishing up his favourite weapons here. So anyway, moving along up the ladder. Brings us into another living area. We do have a couple more bunks. And I guess maybe, maybe this could be the dining table, and then you've got the bulkhead there that sort of leads up into the cockpit. No galley in here though. We do have several sleeping areas. So up here brings us up into the cockpit where you'd find Wash at the helm. So yeah, I think this is what I was going for, and I think we got sort of pretty close. So I will be doing a video showing you step by step through the build. So don't forget to subscribe if you do want to see that, if you're not subscribed already. And now we're going to take off and see what it looks like taking off. So that's going to do it for this video. So if you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. We'll be doing the build of this very soon. I'm working on it right now. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.